It created a unique entertainment experience that forever changed the motion picture and television industry. Now, for the first time, an individual for under $100 can purchase an uncut copy of their favorite Hollywood motion picture legally to watch in the privacy of their own home. In 1964, RCA also created a video disc called a CED. However, this item wasn't released commercially until 1981, after Betamax and VHS had already cornered the market. These vinyl tape record formats would be read with a needle similar to a phonograph, and offered better quality than a VCR, which was analog. The record-sized disc held 1 hour of footage on each side with 27,000 still frames per side. In addition, RCA also manufactured around 1,500 movies to be used with these players. These laser disc players became very popular in Japan and a few areas in the United States. Unfortunately, the laser disc was very susceptible to dust and degradation, regularly affecting the image. They eventually faded away by 1984. Another disc format was the Laserdisc, or LD, invented by MCA Discovision in 1978. This disc was similar to a video disc, except it was heavier and read by a laser instead of a needle. The laser disc had 425 lines of resolution along with CD quality audio. However, only some consumer could afford one because Laserdisc players cost nearly $1,000. The last Laserdisc manufactured was in the year 2000. Looking for a way to provide movies to the consumer in an inexpensive way, independent businesses use the argument that because libraries loan out copyright material to the public, why can't copyright videotapes be rented out for a small fee? As early as 1980, small family-owned video stores began popping up in neighborhoods everywhere. Now, with a video membership card, anyone could walk into one of these places of business and choose from hundreds of old and new films for as cheap as $2.99.
At some video stores,
Excuse me.
they never have what you want.
Don't have them.
Video Showplace takes care of their club members. Video Showplace, your video superstore.
That would become the standard for renting movies for the next 30 years. Every so often, new titles would arrive, displayed in a more vibrant cover art than the previous ones. Video stores would display movie posters outlined in neon lights in their window displays, resembling a movie theater. Life-size cardboard movie characters decorated the store's interior, along with the elaborate artwork displayed on the video cases that line the shelves. The introduction of video cameras for home users provided the opportunity for amateur filmmakers to try their hand at creating a motion picture.
I want a drink. I want a drink right now. And I do a dance for you. Can you do this? Can you do this? And can you do this?
The first video camera recorder made for the consumer was a video camera that was connected by a cable to the VCR. Then, in 1983, Sony released the first beta camcorder for the public, which was a camera and recorder all in one. However, JVC followed suit a few months later with their release of a VHS recorder. This allowed making movies all the more accessible for the home user. Instead of needing millions of dollars to produce a motion picture, a video camera owner could film their cinematic dreams for less than $2,000. With the introduction of these inexpensive video cameras, Hollywood could no longer control the filmmaking business as they had in the past. Along with video distribution becoming increasingly more accessible, hundreds of horror films began popping up on VHS tapes across the country.
What's this about body parts in the food?
Who the hell are you? What do you think? Don't you know who I am?
What are you, one of those weird cult bands?
How about you? Come on, fat ass.
So real you wouldn't believe it.
It's a joke. Yeah.
Inexperienced filmmakers opened up production companies in their basements and garages. The film crew mainly consisted of family members and friends. These homemade movies would then be rushed to the neighborhood video stores, while others were made available only through mail order requests. Some of these inexpensive productions consisted of low definition and color bleeding.
How do you like that, bitch?
However, because these video cameras had a more depth of field than a film camera, they gave the viewer a sense of voyeurism. Many distributors took advantage of these aspiring filmmakers. They would sometimes even change the original title of the video to a more outrageous one, along with elaborate artwork slapped on the cover to attract renters. Because many of these films were unknown, the public judged the movie by the covers. Many of these movies were created and released without any regulations from the Motion Picture Association of America. The majority of these films were of the horror genre and consisted of over-the-top gore, which would be referred to as video nasties by social commentaries. One of the first homemade movies that reached the video market was Boarding House, released in 1982. The video was filmed with Sony's first video camera, the Beta Moviecam 100.
Blue Star presents Boarding House. In Horror Vision.
This low-budget horror movie was about a sledgehammer-wielding killer running around killing college students at a farmhouse.
For Horror Vision, you don't need glasses, only a strong heart. At one time, the Hoffman House was just like any ordinary house, until an evil force became a resident. Power took possession. Now, death stalks even in the dreams of all who enter the boarding house. The rent won't kill you, but something else will. Boarding house in Horror Vision. Rated R.
People would take a chance on a questionable title just to view something unique. The viewer wasn't quite sure what they were getting until they slid the tape into the VCR and pushed play.
I'm riding my horse.
What, are you crazy?
Well, yes, I am.
Charlie?
By the mid-1980s, videos were flying off the shelf because consumers were constantly looking for fresh, new content to watch. This phenomenon forced Hollywood studios to begin producing low-budget films. For every horror movie that had some success, somewhere a person was tapping away on a typewriter a sequel to it. These quickies would skip a theatrical release and go straight to video. Many of these films mimicked a specific movie to capitalize on the concept behind the original. Others created illegitimate sequels to popular Hollywood blockbusters by stealing the title and sticking Part 2 on the package. Many of the early video distributors cut corners by recording their movies in LP mode, which used less tape but had a much lower recording quality. Thousands of these early video distributors would suddenly pop up onto the video scene like Neon Video before disappearing without a trace. One reason for this was tapes were quickly being illegally produced and distributed. Other video businesses would disappear only to show up later distributing movies under a different company name.
Come see the difference at Major Video.
One of the largest selections, 32 different categories.
At last, I found it.
We got lots and lots of kids stuff for me and me.
Wow, over 10,000 videos.
Come see the difference.
We even have 3 evening rentals.
And their quick Dropbox means I can return my videos anytime I like.
For movies soon to be released, early copies would be sent to video stores called screeners for the video store owner to view for purchasing. These video cassette demos would have a watermark across the movie stating for public display only.
And now it is free again. To seek.
There's something in the corridor.
To hunt.
Something huge. Keep it together. Keep it together.
Man from our time. One woman from another. They must face the ultimate challenge.
Because these video rental stores had a relaxing atmosphere, they were sought after by young people. Teenagers used it as a hookup destination with friends to check out the latest horror arrivals.
Frightfully entertaining world of Lorimar Home Video, presenting bloody good deals. A limited promotion of 8 great Halloween classics, now on video.
Many of these neighborhood rental places would stay open late hours, allowing one to decide at the last moment to pick up a late night flick. In addition, mothers would stop in during the day to choose something to pacify their children. Many horror films produced onto VHS tapes were distributed during the late 1980s. Paragon Video Production, or King of Video, was one of the earliest distributors. This video distributor ran their business out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Paragon Video Production specialized in distributing exploitation horror films of the 1970s. Their movies were also known to be of higher quality than most other videos. They used the original poster of the motion picture for their packaging rather than designing their own. This company was also known for splicing in 15 minutes of movie previews at the beginning of the tape.
We don't just duplicate large volume orders of VHS cassettes perfectly and on time. We do it at high speed.
Even though different distributors released the same movie, it did not always mean the quality of the transfer was the same. Media Video released hundreds of titles on Beta and VHS before being bought by Huron Communications in 1984. Eventually, the video company was purchased by Video Treasures, who began releasing the same movies with poor quality transfers. Video Gems was a California-based video distributor known for putting out hard-to-find, bizarre movies from the 70s. Midnight Movie from Los Angeles, California, released only 8 horror flicks on VHS tapes. However, these movies were distributed in large box cases along with elaborate eye-catching artwork on the covers.
Before you enjoy our main feature, here's a trailer for another major release from Guild.
Was one of the earliest video companies with over 100 titles in their catalog. It was one of the first distributors that operated in the UK. They started out by distributing British-made films such as Beast in the Cellar and Doom Watch.
Don't you? I've got to. If you think it's best telling.
Dare you see the beast in the cellar and uncover its gruesome secrets? Terror stalks the countryside and holds the community in a grip of fear.
Well, I've never seen anything like this before. Never.
Neither have I, Superintendent.
As Guide Home Video continued to grow, it became a video distributor for independent studios such as New Line Cinema, Canon, and Lamar. Video distributor Castle Vision was a branch of the independent record label company called Castle Communications, founded in 1983. Some of the movies it's known for releasing were The Raggy Dolls and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
It spans 7,000 years.
No way! Yes way!
But it starts with Bill.
I'm Bill S. Preston!
Who was Joan of Arc? And Ted.
Noah's wife? We're in danger of flunking most heinously tomorrow.
A force from the future.
Can we go anywhere we want at any time?
Bill and Ted's
Excellent! Excellent!
Excellent Adventure.
Party on! Along with documentaries on Hitler and Kennedy.
with the Men of Our Time series, Falklands War, The Untold Story. Best of opera and ballet from the world's most renowned venues. Just part of the superb range from Castle Vision.
A sister company of Media Home Entertainment was Wizard Video. This distributor was also known for releasing horror and European low-budget films, displayed in sizable, impressive production cases. Continental, subnamed Comet, ran their company out of Los Angeles from 1984 to 1987. Some of their video cassettes included double features, which was a big hit with consumers. They specialized in independent, sleazy-type cinema packaged in large-style cases with cover art. A company known to release just about anything just for a quick buck was Ray Don Home Video. They ran their video distribution out of a warehouse in Southern California. They were known for releasing poor quality shockers purchased from third parties. Genesis Home Video was a United States-based company that operated from the early to mid-'80s. Their slogan was, "Next Wave of Entertainment." But they also released poor quality, public domain horror films presented with an elaborate cover art. A Canadian-based distributor, Interglobal Home Video, out of Toronto, Ontario, distributed cheap black and white public domain films between 1984 and 1989. Many of the films distributed by this company were of such poor quality that it caused the video player to stop prematurely. However, they had exclusive rights to obscure flicks like Legend of the Werewolf and Twins of Evil.
Oh God, have mercy on this poor, unfortunate creature.
In old Ghost.
Do you know what I want more than anything else? to meet Count Karnstein.
They look alike. They dress alike. Two identical beauties. But one of them has the very devil in her.
For you, all pleasures should be supreme.
These are the men they call the Brotherhood.
Seek out the devil worshippers! Twins of evil!
Another Canadian distributor was Astral. This company distributed high-quality horror videos during the mid-'80s, which they transferred from their motion picture lab in Quebec, Canada. It is also known for distributing the iconic Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
What happened was true. The most bizarre and brutal series of crimes in America. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Eventually, they abandoned the VHS business and became involved with buying up entire networks, making their company worth $3 billion and changing their name to Astral Media. The VHS tapes contain 1,410 feet of magnetic tape, which produced 250 lines of resolution imagery. The VH engineers decided to use a scanning system which wraps the VHS tape around a slanted drum in a candy-stripe fashion to reduce strain and stretching on the tape. Also, unlike audio tape, which would remain in the cassette while moving past a recorded head, the machine would pull the videotape out of the cassette and wrap it around a rotating drum. Even though the Betamax machines had a shorter recording time than VHS, Beta used 30% larger tape. That allowed it to carry a more significant signal, producing a slightly better image than VHS. Also, Beta claimed their U-loading system put less strain on the magnetic tape than the VHS M-loading machines. Beta's U-loading also allowed a viewable image while fast-forwarding.
The Sony Super Beta Hi-Fi is the video cassette recorder that the experts say is 20% sharper than all others. For a limited time only, your Sony dealer has a 2-month subscription offer to First Choice Super Channel with your Sony Super Beta Hi-Fi. First Choice Super Channel is the movie connection. 24 hours a day of uncut entertainment with blockbusters like City Heat, A Soldier's Story, and Passage to...
However, Betamax refused to allow other companies to produce their machines. As a result, it caused higher-priced Beta VCRs. However, JVC allowed other manufacturers to make VHS recorders license-free, which kept their costs lower for the home user.
Which VCR is right for you, VHS or Beta? VHS video cassettes play longer, which can save you money.
Big deal.
Beta produces the best possible picture.
Big deal.
What may be no big deal to some people may be a big deal to you. That's why NEC makes both VHS and Beta to give you the best choice. Which VCR is right for you? NEC.
These are your NEC big dealers.
Even though by 1985, Betamax machines would record up to 5 hours of footage with 290 lines of resolution compared to VHS's 250, VHS eventually became the household standard. Some locations even had giant VHS vending machines. These monsters were 6 feet tall and 8 feet wide, containing up to 300 video cassettes, including adult movies. Besides having $1 and $5 bill slots, they also had a slot for your credit card. While holding onto your card, the machine would make a phone call to see if the card was stolen or counterfeited. Once your card was approved, a robotic arm would then move up and down and left and right to locate your movie, placing it at the collection door where you would retrieve it. This machine limited you to 3 rentals per credit card a day and averaged 150 rentals a week.
It's Speedline! It's Aurora! Drag set! Stunt set! 2-in-1 set! 2 cars! 2-lane track! Race cars! Stunt cars! Power! Finger power! Speedline cars! Speedline track! Speedline Super Looper! Look at the box! Extra cars under $1 each. Aurora! Aurora!
I got that barefoot feeling on account of Mountain Dew. One little taste made me kick off both of my shoes.
It's a happy feeling too,
'Cause drinking Mountain Dew makes me giggle, makes me wriggle, makes me want to stick out my toes and wiggle. I'd rather be barefoot than any other way I know. Mountain Dew has got the tingle you can taste down to your toes. For the energy to let you swing, make Mountain Dew your thing. Get the barefoot feeling drinking Mountain Dew.
Here's a taste that'll just knock your socks off. Mountain Dew gives you that happy, summertime, barefoot feeling all year round.
Get the barefoot feeling, drink a little bit of Mountain Dew. Get the barefoot feeling, drinking Mountain Dew.
Come on in, 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 everybody needs a little sunshine. Sit right down, everybody needs a song to sing. Enjoy the real thing, like Coca-Cola, it's the real thing.
Enjoy the lift you get from the great taste of Coke. Come on in.
Have a pizza, pizza, pizza roll. 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 Up to now a frozen appetizer was a dreadful bomb. It was something you just quickly dropped into a potted palm. Serving with the Cheetos, pick the rollers here to save the day. Appetizers now at last are edible. That's why they say have a pizza, pizza, pizza roll.
I'd like to talk to you about that music you're using.
That's funny. I've been meaning to speak to you people about the same thing.
Have a pizza roll, Kimasabi.
Look for Tito's pizza rolls and serve this new hors d'oeuvre.
Just take them out of the freezer, pop them in the oven for 10 minutes. That's it.
Who was that masked man anyhow?
I don't know. And I wanted to thank him. Pizza roll!
Igor, go and get me what I crave. Evening, Igor. If you want a better orange soda, made with more natural orange flavor than ever before, try Shasta. It's got the bright color, the sweet smell, and the great taste of oranges. Shasta, it's the orange soda that can make anybody happy.
No, Igor, not that. Anything but that, you beast. Not another burger.
When you reach the point you just can't face another burger, have a Nada burger at your Wiener Schnitzel. A chili cheese Nada burger, Polish Nada burger, Super Nada burger. We give you lots of tasty ways to escape the burger.
At the Wiener Schnitzel.
This is my father. He hangs pictures, helps Grandpa experiment, helps Mommy with the cleaning. Where does he get his go? From me. I lend him my Cheerios. Daddy says they're the greatest thing since bat wings. Mommy says they give him protein and stuff. Give your father some go. And he might play catch with you.
Big G, little O. Go with Cheerios.
It took Shasta a long time to get cherries and cola together into a great tasting new soft drink. Oh, we came close lots of times.
but it seemed like we always just missed. Never seemed to get that good old cherry cola flavor together like we all remembered it. But we kept trying. And then one day, it happened. Well, there was lots of shouting and excitement, and it seemed like people came out of nowhere to try our new cherry cola. The most exciting thing to drink that's happened around these parts in a long time. So get together with good old new cherry cola from Shasta.